Hey everyone, the Good Captain here. Welcome to round 5 of this Axis and Allies 1914 game against a live opponent. Out of box, setup, no bid. Reviewing Russia's turn here. Russia buys 6 infantry. This is Germany. This is going to be a video on Germany's turn, my Germany number 5. But Russia bought 6 infantry. So this is the situation on the board as we go through Russia's turn. And they're going to pop Ukraine with a blocker clearance, so 1 in 6 chance this fails, and their territory remains contested. And over here in Livonia, he swaps out for a neutral. This is him declaring that he's going to remain in the territory, but not engage in combat. And the battle, he scores a single hit, and the Germans miss on the return fire. So they have Ukraine with 2 infantry and 1 artillery. He swaps back, and he places his 6 infantry in Moscow, and that's pretty much it. And that brings us to Germany's turn. This is a pretty big turn for the CP. Germany's turn 5 here, in this game at least. So with the purchase, I'm going to try to keep... I like the idea of churning a tank a turn, maybe more, but I'm going to try to get away without building a fighter this turn. I hate that. And spam 12 infantry. Yeah, I have 2 IPC remaining left over, but if the odds are that I will gain 43, and so saving 2 makes 45 for next turn, and that's a much more. I'll retain the flexibility. 10, I'm happy with 10. 12 seems a little too much infantry for me. I'm tempted to purchase yet another tank or a fighter, but it's just this fighter wouldn't really do me any good next turn, and you'll see why in a moment based on the moves I have planned. So, I could convert 2 of these infantry to artillery, but I don't know. My instinct is to just spam a bunch of infantry, and that's primarily because of how this Germany turn looks at the end. I think I need more bodies to send to the east. So this concludes the purchase. The combat move, first thing we do is move to Africa, and as stated in a previous video, we push Rhodesia. This is mainly just us choosing where we want to die. I want as many allied units to get into Rhodesia where there's no sea lift available, and it's fairly far down in the bottom of Africa. I don't want to engage the British for all kinds of reasons, and the French for even more so. There's too many pieces there. But at least in this situation, I'm thinking the Brits will commit to an attack. I think. And hopefully it goes our way, but it doesn't really matter if it doesn't. I'm just looking to have at least 1 piece left over and drag as many French pieces in here as well. He's got 2 transports, so he can sea lift 4 pieces. And I would really like to see, maybe 1 transport load of French evacuate while the rest dogpile into Rhodesia and then are landlocked and have to spend yet another turn to climb out of there to get into the transports and come back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this Africa play. This ended up going to round 5, and it will take until essentially the end of the UK turn to sorry, I had this all backwards. France hits first, so that's even better actually. God, yes. Okay, right. So France goes first, and so yeah, it'd be great if he dogpiles all these French units in there. It kills everything but 1, and then the British pile on after to clean it out. And so, we've mobility killed these units. we've maximized the lifespan of those units down there, and I'm overall pretty happy with that. Okay, on the east front, let me just do this and signal that I am I'm not attacking here, just to return the favor. So he looks at his history, he sees me post that, and then I'm going to pull the other guy out and bring him into Belarus. These 7, actually, let me look at my 464. Okay, so this is my plan. 464. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, I have this backwards again. I need to get my head examined. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 464 against 2-1. This looks ratty, but it will make more sense after I kind of project into the Austro-Hungarian turn, which one thing I'm realizing you have to do as the CP more than the Entente, but it is the Entente as well, is project. Yeah, you gotta domino your turns, work together. Okay, so 4 infantry guarantees no artilleries will die, even if they get all hits. 6 artillery will make sense in a moment after I explain this move, and then 4 fighters is to stay 1 fighter above, 1 fighter more than the Russians, so we maintain air superiority if they decide to attack. Okay, so order loss if Arty fighter against if Arty. Okay, 20,000 games. Should be 100%. Yeah, so it's 99.5 or better. And this tub swing is almost 2 pieces in our favor. Pretty good. Now, you might be wondering, what is the deal? Why push such a paltry force in there of Germans? And long story short, I'm gonna split my army into defensively. So I've counted up all the pieces that the Germans can commit to Belarus or Ukraine, and I've counted up all the pieces the Austro-Hungarians can commit to Belarus and Ukraine, and I'm going to take exactly half of everything, half the artillery, half the fighters, half the infantry, and split my force. And I won't do the battle calculation, but I've run it, and I think it was, actually I'll pause it and run it. So here's what I look like when I split my forces down the middle. I don't really care about nationality. I'm just worried about defensive assets versus the full power of the Russian army picking one territory and clobbering it. First off, it's just important to plant the flag and say that if he did this move, it would mean the end of his capital, right? If he plunged into one of these 2 battle groups in Ukraine or Belarus, his purchase, what's going to be his purchase? Russians at 17, so that'll be 4 infantry. Well, technically, if he wanted to burn all his IPCs, it would be 3 infantry and 2 artillery. So that's not going to hold off the, to prevent the other battle group from taking the capital, or at least some amount of that other battle group taking the capital. So already he's heavily incentivized to just sit in place. But it takes these units off the board, the 3 that are in Ukraine, and since he's so heavily incentivized not to attack, I think I can deny him these high-value IPC areas. It also projects my power. Having 2 armies, Tatarstan, Sevastopol, and Livonia are now adjacent to substantial armies and subject to occupation and attack. So I like it. I like this move. I think it's the move we have to make. Sort of a 7-10 split. Okay, so that's his know, that's as good as we can make it over here, I think. Okay, when we go to the west, and yes, we're going to do this boat push last because the mines are involved. And in AAA, the mines are rolled immediately, so I consider that the start of your combat resolution phase. So we have to do that one last. But I'm going to try something a little weird. I'm going to stack Alsace, everyone that can, and I won't run the battle calc on, but I think it's in my favor by 2 or 3 pieces, even with his air support, air superiority, supremacy, excuse me. I'm going to try putting 2 pieces in the rear. And that's because, you know, he'll have to double if he wants to, well, let me finish the move. So yeah, let's just push these units to the east. We're going to take 1 infantry from Berlin and move it to Silesia, and that's it. And that's basically to catch this fighter and put him in Silesia. Now I'm basically, in a weird way, I'm signaling that I'm either not going to put air support over Belarus, or all 4 of these Romanian fighters, or Austro-Hungarian fighters, have to cover Belarus, but whatever, gotta make a move. So that's it for the east, and then everything else goes into Kiel. Okay, so the move I'm making here is this. I've done the battle calculations, so even if he pushes his French and British army in here, a counterattack, I'll have air superiority, 5 fighters, right? 1 from Silesia, 4 from Kiel. 5 fighters to his 4, and with 15 artilleries and 28 infantries and the tank, it comes out substantially in my favor, even after, so he clears that, I attack, even after he dumps the next 14 in on the following turn, it still comes up negative for him. So I'm hoping one of 2 things happens. Either he doesn't attack anything and he just sort of, you know, heaps it up more here, or he pushes in, like, you know, 2 artillery and 4 infantry, which basically has a 5 and 6 chance of working, same as if it was, right? You'd have to double the amount of assets, and that would be a great, well, it's not a great thing because it is a 6 IPC territory. You know, all the capitals are worth 6 except for Rome and Berlin, but 6 IPC is like a baby capital for sure. So, you know, he gets a payout for pulling that move. It's anyway, 2 infantry I think is the right idea here. You know, I don't know, maybe it isn't. Okay, let's continue. Let's click. I feel like 5 is a bit high. Check my, I have 4. Pause while I figure this out. I figured it out. I'm supposed to load 1 into the transport, so we load 1 poor soul into the transport, and now we are prepared to execute the rest of this turn. Check one last time against our righteous palette here. 4-2, yeah. Okay. Alright, that's it. Just check Africa. And now we have to, I'm pushing the whole navy up here, and then the infantry will hit Finland. So I'm going to get taken out by mines. Oh my god! None. So that's it. Finland got capped. Of course, the UK can just take it back, but the important thing here is his battleship's dead. But that's not the important thing. The important thing here is this transport surviving the way it just did is a permanent 2-unit land bridge from Poland to Finland or Karelia, turn after turn, forever, until they come in there and dig me out. But they have to pass through 2 minefields. They have to deal with my German Navy here. So, you know, the Allies clearly have the sea. They invested quite a bit to make that happen. So it's theirs. I think this is probably I think it's the best move. Okay, we have 2 combats, the Navy and Ukraine. Oh yeah, we are attacking, absolutely. So battle in Sea Zone 12. Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna lose a sub. How did we waffled that? Oh, Oh, wait, we got lucky. He missed on his second shot. So I have a damaged battleship, which I still got away with murder on this move. That's pretty bizarre. So Finland falls, yeah. And Ukraine, I need 3 hits. Okay, whew. Always makes me... No! Ah, God! Oh, man, I'm okay with 2. 3, that's a stinger. Ah, damn it. Yeah, you know, damn it. Uh, that, all right. Yeah, so we'll have a slightly weaker 2-point defense, but I still don't think an attack will be forthwith, and I still feel like this had to be done. You can't just waffle around over here and not take any risk whatsoever as the CP. And this is already round 5, so yeah, we got to get on with it. All right. So we place our units and call it good. All right. So we have 45 for next turn. Boy, we really shot down there. Neg 4 overall. Yeah, that naval battle was, yeah, most of that was from the naval battle. Yeah, of course, the Russians shot up, but the Russian mines missed. Was there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there were 6. They should have had a hit. Absolutely. Well, the actuality of that, when you roll 6 ones, there's basically a 66.67% chance you get a hit when you roll 6 ones. It's one of the more misunderstood concepts. And, you know, as I always say, a knock against low luck. Oh, we have one more thing we need to do. We need to turn this back into a German. And so this will prevent the Russians from just taking this back. They have to send in some more assets if they want those $2. So if the British don't, if the British don't relieve Sevastopol, then the Russians are down to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 IPCs along this back row. So they'll have to do some work to gain some. And technically, they could even pull, they could, again, from the last video, they can pull this troop out and offer they could still offer a armistice on their own terms, right? They could pull this guy out, let us have all 3 at the end of their turn, offer an armistice, and the reason they might want to do this is because Sevastopol's in play. There's a pathway to all these resource-rich territories from the British capital in India. So, anyway, interesting game. All right, thanks for watching this. All the best from the good captain, and bye-bye.